How y'all beautiful motherfuckers doing today, man? I'm having a blessed day. If you don't know me, my name is Dev, and today we're gonna talk about twin flames and why it really doesn't even matter if you're actually with your twin flame. And some of y'all might not like to hear me say that, but it's the truth, and I'm gonna explain to you why. And first of all, I like to say that I understand that the twin flame situation can be very difficult. I understand. When I met my twin flame, I was 17 years old, man. I was a boy. I didn't understand this shit, bro. I was a spiritual person, but I didn't really understand this aspect of spirituality. But regardless, if y'all are like me, your twin flame's not in your life right now. You're on separation, and that probably happened for a reason. For me personally, I know, my twin flame, she's not in my life. I cut her off. Not my Snapchat, not my numbers, not my contacts, whatever. And even though I didn't really like the whole situation, I still see it as a blessing. And the reason why is because at the end of the day, your twin flame is a mirror of you. They're your reflection. They show you what baggage you have, what problems, what traumas you have. And they trigger things within you that you might not even be aware of. Things like a lot of the traumas that you might even be experiencing when you're with them are things that you weren't even consciously aware of. A lot of times it's stuff that's from childhood that you don't even really remember, but it's still in your subconscious programming. So regardless of, regardless, even if you don't want to be with your twin flame, you still have to do that healing, because the universe is still going to bring you those problems are still going to manifest in your life, whether that be in familial dynamics, friends, new relationships, whatever, man. Y'all got to heal that. Y'all got to heal that for real, because it's important. And ultimately, the fact that you've been given that chance to see yourself in that light, it's a blessing. It really is a blessing, man. And like I said, I'm still grateful that I'm in my twin flame, even if I didn't like the situation. Because ultimately, for me, it was a catalyst for a lot of change in my life, most of which being internal. I was able to look at myself and see what baggage I had, what problems, what trauma I had, what things that were bothering me that I did not want to look at. I was forced to face those things. I was forced to look at those things, and I'm grateful. It's really been a catalyst for my spiritual ascension, for a greater understanding of myself, of her, of relationships as a whole. And I think that's something that should be honored. Now if you are in separation with your twin flame, and they may have wronged you, or you're just not happy with them, you gotta understand that the only way you're gonna heal the trauma from that actual situation is acceptance. You gotta accept the past. You gotta accept how things were. And the only thing you can do to affect the future is affect the present. Everything starts with it from within. And even if your twin flame does come back into your life and you don't want them in your life, you still gotta be I still want y'all to be showing them love, regardless if they hurt you or they did this or that. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because when you met this person, you had love on your heart and your mind, where even if you weren't even consciously aware of it, it was there. And so if you walked in that situation with love, you gotta leave with love. Leave with love, lead with love. You know what I'm saying? If for me personally, if that girl came back into my life, first of all, it wouldn't matter in a sense, because whether or not she is in my life is ultimately dependent on how much she's changed. Because I'm not the same person. I've changed, I've healed. And so if she's not healed, hate to say it, that's not my problem. I can't have people like that in my life. And so if she comes through and, she's not healed, it's oh, whatever. I can't be dealing with that. And I think that's the way y'all should be thinking about it too, because ultimately, y'all gotta do what's best for you. regardless if that is being with your twin flame or not. You know, you gotta do what your heart wants. You know, you gotta do what's best for you. You know, and for some of y'all that is your twin flame. Some of that is not. You know, but regardless, if you do want to be with your twin flame, because I understand some of y'all, it's like, oh, you know, it's my twin flame, I want to be with them, that's my person. I get it. But ultimately, if they do come back and they're not healed, or if you're not healed, it's just gonna be the same. It's gonna be trash. It's gonna be toxic. You're gonna get triggered, and that's not what you want. That's not what you want, bruh. Nah. So, like, and even if they come to you and they're not healed, and you are healed, at least you can handle that situation with integrity and strength. And, you know, you can be a loving person, regardless of if you want to be with them, you want them in your life, you just want them as a friend, you want them not even close to you, whatever, man. I just don't want y'all to perpetuate these toxic cycles, you know, because ultimately the world doesn't need any more negativity. The world needs more love, it needs more light, man. Like, you know, just because they're your twin flame doesn't mean they need to be in your life, you know. That's the thing. Like, doesn't mean you have to be with them. But I think y'all should look at it as a blessing regardless, you know. And there's nothing wrong with being with your twin flame, as long as y'all are both healed and y'all can communicate and just be understanding of each other. I think that's fine, or whatever you choose, you know. But it's got to come from a place of love. Y'all can't be playing these games or doing this or that, because ultimately you're just going to cause more problems for the both of y'all. And I don't think that's very productive for anyone, really. But yeah, I think that just coming from a place of understanding and healing and growth and just love really is the best option you have when it comes to a twin flame connection, regardless of what you choose. And I don't want y'all to have any problems in regards to that. You know, I want y'all to have beautiful and prosperous lives, you know. But yeah, that's what I had to say as far as twin flames go, and why ultimately the whole purpose of the twin flame connection is to find yourself and heal yourself. Regardless though, man, I appreciate every single one of y'all taking the time out of your day to come through and watch my video, because this is my first YouTube video, you know what I'm saying, man? And honestly, I'm like, this is really fun. And so if y'all like the way that I talk, y'all like the way that I move, y'all like the way that, you know, the conversations we're having here, you know, hit me with a like, drop a comment, you know what I'm saying? I'll be there. I want to see what y'all on y'all mind. And, you know, if you want to see more, hit me with a sub, because I'm going to be making videos, man. Because I like this. I'm going to be doing this regardless. So that's what I really had to say. Anyways, I hope y'all have a beautiful and blessed day, man. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.